Hi guys, welcome back to Girl Talk.
Hey guys.
Today we're actually going to start a segment called Feminine Fridays. So what it is going to be is female topics that we're going to be covering every single week. Both personal, comical, just things that girls
can relate to.
Well, yeah, can relate to, or maybe they don't feel comfortable discussing with like a family member or like another female in general. So that's what we're here for. We're going to discuss everything, and we'd like you to comment in the box below of other topics that you would like us to cover. It can be something embarrassing, like it doesn't matter because we can't see you, so we'll just talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we'll keep it anonymous, obviously.
Oh yeah. So what are we going to talk about today there, Kimmy?
Okay, so the topic that we're going to be doing today is feminine hygiene. So the first point we're going to make about feminine hygiene is periods. So personally,
Don't you love that time of month?
ugh.
Oh yeah.
Well, now it doesn't bother me, but it used to before.
I remember growing up, I used to have to stay
was really,
home,
really
and like
bad.
people would be like, "Oh, like when I was growing up, like all the older people would be like, I never had to miss work or miss school because of my period.
But
You
it
guys
can
are
get
just
really,
a
really
soft
bad.
generation." But yeah, I remember there would be times where I'd have to stay home.
Like some
from
people
school.
will be on the floor.
Yeah, until
curled up.
I started like birth control, like because they say like if you start birth control,
It does.
it kind of takes. I don't know. It just makes it
does
less
something
intense.
to your body.
So
Yeah.
when I switched to that, it kind of made it a lot
better.
easier to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so personally with me, my period only lasts for like 3-4 days. I'm actually one of the lucky ones. I think so as well. But there are girls that, you know, it could be
Usually like a
weeks.
full week. Sometimes two. I've never heard of more than that, but
But yeah, so girls, when you guys are on your period, you guys need to change your tampon or your pad often.
and not just because of that. What is that thing of the shock syndrome or something?
Yeah, because if you guys
all
don't
know
change
with,
it,
like tampons, like you have to change
Yeah.
it. You can never ever go over. I think it's like 6 hours or something.
I wouldn't even.
Which why
go
would you?
that.
But I'm just saying it's not for that reason only.
Yeah.
It's so that okay. So like every woman knows this. Have you ever been on your period or like been in a group of people and you're like, okay, I know that girl's on her period because of that
Because you could
smell.
like.
Yeah, it's because
smell it.
no, and like we all know we're women, right? We know,
Yeah.
right? It's because like you've left it on for too long.
Yeah.
So to
Or
avoid that,
your odor is just out of this world. Like.
well, no,
simple to say.
I honestly just think it's like if you leave it on for too long, there's too much buildup of the odor, and like
And some people just stink.
yeah, well,
Some people just stink. Some people, they just cannot control their BO. So there are ways. So obviously one of them is changing your pad or your tampon. We would say what, every 2-3 hours?
3 hours max.
3 hours is
And 3 hours is like
max.
when you're not like heavy.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Just to, like I said, stop that odor. If you don't want the odor when you're in your
Yeah.
period, you need to change it regularly.
Always have backup. Like I find that like a lot of girls, they only like if you guys are going out, especially if it's like the first couple days of your period, you never know how your body's gonna react. Sometimes you like bleed like crazy, or some cycles it's just like 1-2 drops and then it gets heavier by the day. So always have backup. Always have backup.
Another fact, actually, I was gonna say, because I know this is like anybody I know and myself, this has happened to. You know, like your period comes along a few days before you expect it, and you're out in public. Like I know little girls that just got their period that this happens to. I know mature 50-year-old women that this has happened to. So like if it's around the time of your period, maybe the week before, always invest in panty liners because it just avoids embarrassment. Like, honestly, it's part of life. We are women and people should be mature about the situation. But, you know, like if you're in high school or middle school, like they're just not. So to avoid embarrassment, wear panty liner. Wear panty liners like a week. The week before your expected period.
Because your body will tell you signs. Like with me, I get like tingly feelings on my stomach.
I just get hungry. I eat like the whole fridge off. A lot of people, like while they're on their period, they'll like...
That's like after my period.
No, there's like, that's what I said. A lot of people say like during their period, they're like, oh my god, I need to eat everything.
Or you're moody.
But for me, it's like before my period, I'm like, okay, like I eat for like 3 people.
So you're like me.
Yeah.
On a regular day.
On a regular day, but no. For me, it's just
I eat
like,
a lot.
Well, for me, it's just like, before I'm gonna be on my period, like I eat everything in sight. So that's how I know. And like you'll see, like she said, your body will tell you signs. You'll be like, okay, I realize that like when I'm about to be on my period, I break out. Like
or
that happens to me when I was younger too.
Or something.
You'll start getting crampy. You'll start getting tired, headaches, or like you'll get hungry like me and eat everything in sight. So yeah, so just watch for those warning signs, and like I said, invest in panty liners to, like I said, avoid embarrassment because people are mean.
People are very,
you know
very
what I
mean.
mean? And
so just save yourself from that embarrassment.
Oh.
Okay, so the next point, ladies and gentlemen. Now I say gentlemen is because this is a very sensitive topic on how to approach your loved one, on how to clean the kitty. So
How to clean the kitchen.
how to clean it. Now, ladies, the women in your life, obviously, as growing up, will teach you how to clean your kitty properly. Now, obviously, there's layers to your vagina.
Yes, there are.
So you have, like, you know, your clitoris and your inner and outer labia that, you know, you need to clean.
Properly
you need to clean properly.
It's
and
not
if you
just a
don't,
rush. It's not just a rush thing where you just let me just do a
don't
little
do
wipe.
1-2 swipe.
You need
Doesn't
to
do
get
nothing.
into all
Take your
of
time.
the areas.
Yes, take your time. Ladies, this is not something that you should rush. You should, you know, take a good couple minutes just cleaning it properly. Right?
Yes.
So-
shit. Hit me.
Personally, well, me and Val, we don't use soap.
No.
Now, when we say soap, it's not like we don't use
It's like
any
we're not,
cleansers
or it's
or
like no. I
anything.
thought you were
It's
gonna
not
say
like
we don't
water.
use soap. We're nasty people.
No.
We're all
We
natural.
No. We use cleansers,
yes.
but they're soap free. Just because they do say that if you do use soap down there, it can irritate it and have yeast infection and all the other stuff. So one of the products that we do use is called Summer's Eve, and Val's gonna show you. So Summer's Eve,
and this one it says, like if you can see, simply sensitive.
Yeah.
So
it's
you're
like
sensitive.
It's a cleaning.
I think it has 3 different levels of this because I know they come in different colors. I think one is for sensitive, like that's the pink one. I think there's like a blue and green.
There's
and
one that you can use all over.
So there's like different.
There's different kinds.
Yeah.
But that's basically what you do use. And then there's other lines, like other products that's similar to it. That's Vagisil, which I never really used before, but
I have, but I just like it's basically the same thing.
It's the same thing?
It's just like a feminine wash, they call it, right? So it's really good for down there.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is pH balanced.
Yeah.
So like I said, it will keep everything in order down there, as well as it prevents odor. Some of them will say like up to 24 hours, and I promise you, if you use this, you will be smelling like daisies down there still, okay? Like, honestly, I can go to the gym, use this product, like, in the morning, and even after the rest of my body is sweating, like, we know as females, right? Like, there's no odor down there. It smells so fresh.
Yeah. And some of them do come scented, and some of them don't. I'm not sure if that one is scented or not. I don't think it is.
I think it's just like a very natural, like a very natural scent. Yeah. So it's not like killed. But I know like everything that they put in there is like
it doesn't harm your body. It's nothing that
it's natural product stuff that's, like I said, very, very
it's fine to use to that sensitive
areas because it is a very sensitive area, right? So another thing, these products actually also carry like so there's
other lines like
the
other products.
Wash. There's a powder which I don't have, and I don't have the wipes either, just because like I haven't had them for a while, but I have used them, and the wipes are really good so that if you're like on the go and like you go to your significant other's house, or even if you're just at your girl's house, like everybody always wants to be clean and fresh down there, right? So if you're going to like just say your man's house and you need to spruce up very quickly,
that's like the perfect thing to go and use.
It's perfect because like you just wipe it real quick and and get all up in there and you are ready to go for anything and everything.
You're so nasty.
So yeah. Obviously, like another thing is like when you're wiping, we know this like from being babies or like if you have kids or whatever. Like if you have a little girl, you're always supposed to wipe
back.
So you don't bring anything from the back to the front.
Back to the front. No.
You know what I mean?
You wipe from the front to the back. Yeah.
So make sure that you always do that, or you're gonna get some really nasty
yeast infections, germs, bacteria, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's another tip.
Well, I've never done it before, but is to avoid douching. Now, douching can actually set off your pH balance, and that for the Summer's Eve will actually balance it out. So douching actually takes out the good bacteria that's in
your natural
your
yeast
cave.
levels, right?
Yeah.
Because you have natural yeast down there all the time.
Yeah. So it actually balanced it out. But I also heard that douching could also be contraceptive.
I don't know about that. Do not
I never
hold
tried.
us to that, because you
but
don't
there's
want
some.
people that are coming to you saying, Kim, I tried this, and 9 months later,
you're pregnant.
Yeah.
But I did hear that there are some that do have spermicide in them. So, but personally, I wouldn't recommend it to try it, even though I haven't tried it before. But just using a simple feminine wash is just an easy way to go. So, yeah.
Okay. The most natural way to prevent odor down there and just in your body in general is to eat healthy foods. So everybody knows, like, what you put into your body is what you're going to get out of it, right? So eating things like probiotics, they're very, very good just to have everything regulated down there. So if you can eat like yogurt every day, you'll notice a difference. Yeah, and then things like, you know, fruits, like eating lots of fruit will actually
Make you sweet.
Make you sweet. And not like, okay, so if all those fails and like you're like, I tried all these things, but like I'm still somebody who produces a lot of odor, a great thing to do is a body cleanse. So like at the end of the day, like anything, like even like, okay, so how do I explain this to you? Even if you get a pimple, right? A pimple is basically the last stage of something that's bad trying to get out of your body, right?
Because your skin is always the last thing to show.
So it's the same thing with odors, right? So if you're noticing that it's an odor, it's something inside your body that's actually creating that, right? So if you do like a detox or a cleanse, you'll notice that, you know,
it should go away.
It should go away, exactly, because it's just like bad things that you have in your body that are causing this odor to, unfortunately, come out.
Yeah.
So.
Strong herbs or onions or garlic, because they actually do cause your odor to heighten.
Yes.
So you know, everything in moderation, obviously, but if you do have like a lot of onions or garlic, you probably might notice that, like, you know, your height is up there.
Oh, and another point. Make sure that when you are bathing yourself, washing yourself, whatever you want to say, having a bath, having a shower, make sure that you dry off properly.
Yes, do not leave moisture in there.
Bacteria flourishes
in wet, damp areas,
places.
Yeah.
So just make sure that, you know, you dry it off.
Dry. Pat, pat, pat.
Pat it, pat. Be gentle, people. This is a gentle area.
Don't be rough.
And if all else fails, who do you call? Or who do you go to?
So you can go to your gynecologist, doctor. If you don't feel comfortable, if you do have a family doctor and he's a male, then just simply ask for a female doctor.
But doctors are like, you know, they're there for everything. Like they've seen it all, they've heard it all. So don't think that you're gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be something new to them.
Yeah,
like
because it's not.
That's what they're there for. So
yeah.
So I hope our video was helpful today. Like I said, we will be doing this segment every Friday. So whatever you want to hear us talk about next, just, you know, shoot it down in the box below.
Yeah.
And yeah, thanks for watching.
Comment, subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye.